I mean, let me look. Maybe that one worked. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Oh, shit, we are actually live. That actually worked. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, oh, right. Took me forever to figure out some YouTube tech issues, but regardless. Yeah, so we have a new expansion on our hands. And so it seemed like, oh, I can sit back, relax, and play a little bit here. Let's see. Greetings, adventurer. I am Chief Melodus Flack, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to my wonderful new device. As you've traveled around the world, surely your heart must have been captured by the work of local musicians. Maybe you've developed a taste for the works of underground bands in the Black Citadel, and even spent the night at one of the exclusive Lion's Arch dance clubs, eh? Has a tune ever gotten stuck in your head? Don't you wish you could listen to it again whenever you desire? Well, I've developed just the tool for that. I call it a jukebox, and you can read music recordings pressed into grooves or tracks, if you will, on easily stored disk. The only limit is how many songs you can store is the number of tracks you collect. I've sent you instructions to make your own jukebox, and even take the liberty of sending you one complete device. You can find your home instance, and add one to your homestead today, and move the music. Let the music move you. Okay. So we got a new jukebox. Hey, cool, new item. So new expansion, we got a bunch of new stuff. Da da da. So I hope to reach you in the heartiest of health. For those who could not attend our latest symposium on unusual coins, I bear tidings of recent changes in our categorizations you should all be immediately aware of. Your current collection of unusual coins have been recategorized as ancient coins. I will still happily trade your ancient coins as you once did when you called them unusual. I would gladly take any new unusual coins you find in exchange for ancient ones, so have no fear of missing out. The Society has deemed all coins in more recently discovered territories shall be unusual coins until such time that they have been properly examined and cataloged, at which point they should also be reclassified as ancient coins. Cool, so we're getting currency cycled down. And that means you can't go and just cash in a bunch of stuff with the new expansion. Perfect. Okay, so time for new season, time for some new rewards. Let's all the fun stuff before we actually get to do any game stuff. Defeat the enemies, skill combos, Vista and Jantier. And what's with our specials for this particular batch of stuff? The Halloween stuff, Convergence of the Fractals, meta event, probably the new maps, Secrets of the World meta event, Path of the Divinity story chapters. Okay, so just basically your same basic expected stuff. Cool. New items. Okay, new emotes, a new jackal mount. Okay, the hat. I'll get it at some point, but I'm less excited about some of these things. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wait for like the jackal or the drink. Yeah, let's just get the drink now. Jeez, I have so much random stuff. Right, let's give this a test. Glug glug. Okay, we're done with that. Okay, so we have all those builds. My Spellbreaker 2025. I'm gonna cool and leave it that as is. Let's go check out the new one. The Paragon. We will never yield. Paragons are the protectors of Valona, inspired by rallying allies to their cause. Alongside their martial prowess, they channel adrenaline towards maintaining a chance that bolster allies and demoralize enemies. So, a bit more support, and we have plenty of hero points to spend, so let's get this thing going, shall we? Actually, first off, gain motivation by using chance to use a burst skill while refrain is active. Chant of the Recuperants removes conditions from affected allies when activated. Gather gain concentration, gain motivation when you swap weapons. Okay, so I can see some use in that. Heal yourself and gain adrenaline for each point of motivation spent. Strike and condition damage deal to use reduce. Strike and condition damage dealt to you is reduced for each point of motivation you have. Let's turn the... Not that I have a ton of game audio going on, but we'll turn that up a bit. I can always turn myself down if I want. Increase based on your motivation levels. That's our healing skill. I thought the other one was a healing skill. Heal yourself and allies in an area when around you. Heal again and remove conditions on allies after a set interval or after you have used a burst skill. Command. Strike enemies around your target, inflicting vulnerability and spreading vulnerability from your original target to nearby enemies. Apply might to allies and gain adrenaline based on the number of enemies struck after a set interval or after you've used a burst skill. Gain motivation when you enter combat. If no refrains are active, automatically activate the refrain of Chant of Action. Which... Oh, it's probably the default F1. Strengthening stanzas. Refrains gain bonus effects when they are active. Okay, so it bolsters it further. It gives alacrity. Using a chant reduces the recharge of your other chants and grants bonuses to affected allies. So the more I use, the more it benefits. So I want to keep casting those. Never surrender. Command breaks stun while granting boons to nearby allies. The cooldown... Okay, so that's going to be good for... Maybe not condition clear, but at the very least, we'll deal with that. The cooldown of the skills increase if user breaks stun. Now on the Echo, you get adrenaline boons to nearby allies after a set intervals after you use a burst skill. Echo resolution, incoming condition damage is decreased by 33%. Echo regeneration is a heal. Brace yourselves. Apply barrier to yourselves and allies around you. Ooh, more support. I like that. It's persistence. To yourself. So that's what, oddly enough, I like Warrior because it is fairly tanky. It's able to take a beating. Chant of Freedom grants super speed to affected allies when activated, so I might apply that to my here instead of Fear Me. Reverberation. Command echoes can trigger. Ooh, that's gonna be nice to build on. Refrain effects of chance are stronger. Okay, so it can boost them. On your knees. So this will be our utility skills. This. Okay, that'll be the other elite. These. Oh, okay. So then that'll be an elite skill. Damage and apply conditions to enemies. Okay, so it's an AoE damage. Immobilize enemies after a set. Okay, so. Huh. Will never yield. Your allies' health cannot be reduced below 0 for a short period of time. After this effect ends, grant barrier proportionate to their missing health. Certain boss skills may bypass this ability. Grant super speed to nearby allies after a set interval after you use burst skill. Nice. And we already got the new helmets. Let's see what that looks like. Huh. Okay, that's neat. So apparently you can get these armor skins on all the classes.
That looks valuable.
Which I kind of like it. But I think I'm going to stick with my hood for now. Lock all... Okay, do... Complete Starlight Weld Mastery. Hands-on achievement. The Shipwreck Strand Mastery achievement. Boost on the Ground achievement. Okay, now I haven't even begun that yet, so we need... Actually, what was that? Do I have... Oh, I do. Okay, yep, so I... I mean, I still have stuff I have to unlock. Learn the game Wizard's Blessing, converges between an essence, learn how to gather essences, carry the maximum. Yeah, but we're done with it. We are moving on. It is a little bit of story time. We got mail. See, why don't I turn the game audio up? Yeah, there we go. Queen Jenna has invited constituents from Alona and Cantha to teach our cultures to the people of Divinity's Reach. One of my guards, Nadim, will be working with the Seraph on seasonal training routines. He has expressed interest in meeting you, warrior to warrior. You can find him in the Osan quarters in the city. Have care. High Counselor Iman. So, looks like we're going... Aha. Going back to DR. Let me just check, make sure I didn't... Nope. Okay. Hey, Nadim.
This must be the commander. The commander of what? I don't know, but I imagine you're asked that too often to track.
It's neither here nor there.
It's my first time in your city. Could use a cross breeze, but it's nice to see a piece of my home so distant from Alona. You are a practiced warrior, yes? As an act of diplomacy from my people to yours, I am here to teach you the art of the Paragon. Being a Paragon is as much a lifestyle as a profession. We're the champions of our people. You need might and character. We command the battlefield. We bolster our allies, demoralize our enemies. All concepts that you should be well versed in, of course. Shall we? Lift your weapon.
I have some business I'd like to discuss with you. It involves meeting the captain's council, so your discretion is appreciated. Mind meeting me near the Bay Docks in Lion's Arch. The sooner the better. But you know what? Dean, we need to fight first. I know a champion of battle. I see one. Alona. You're not worth my time. I don't need you.
When I grow up, I'm going to be a brave hero.
We's off the Lion's Arch. Okay, so it's not like by the big airships or anything. Oh, it's also Halloween still. Probably this way. Let's see. And if we are... Oh, I went too far. Hey, Snacks, how's it going? Oh, wait, there we go. It took a while for the little directional arrows to pop up. Speaking of pops up, there's Pops. Someone's trying to get me to go give DM advice, but
Hi.
I'm basically given their number and said, hey, reach out to him when... I have no problem giving the advice, but I'd rather they reached out to me. Observe the conversations. What are we doing?
We just want to know where this cargo's headed. Maybe give us a little peek, yeah?
That's between me and me captain.
Magnus has claim on this port.
Magnus who? I don't see anyone.
You'd get along much better with folks on Laughing Gull. Lion's Arch is for sensible mariners.
Listen here.
Stand down, Kiango. Don't make me clean up your mess.
Oh.
This isn't Istan. I'd recommend you all find some work to do. Elsewhere.
You heard, Mum, yeah?
Yes, Captain.
Time to get back in line.
Scram. Or should I tell the Captain's Council that their underlings' loyalty is cheap? Ah, Commander. Guess you got Lawson's message. Sorry about
how's
this.
the audio, by the way?
They'll
Do I need
behave.
to not adjust anything? Hey, Saida.
Saida? What are you doing here?
Bought myself a seat on the Captain's Council. Thought it was time I flexed my political artistry. Maybe make a coin or two.
They let you do that?
Well, technically Peter gave me his seat, and I replaced the Capricorn for him. A win-win. The boy needed some sea air.
I bet Nashblade has thoughts.
Taken care of. I convinced the council that we need a 9th seat again to accommodate Cantha's integration into the trade circuit. Nothing is official, but Nashblade will be the first name on the ballot. Rumors about a
Pops.
Canthan candidate too, some gang leader. But now I have a nose in all of Lion's Arch's business. It's seafaring business anyway. That's why Lawson called for you.
Should I be nervous?
Maybe. I witnessed some unscheduled departures while overseeing an alliance trade. All of them were manned by Inquest. The ships joined with 3 other Inquest vessels to the south, and then the whole fleet departed shortly after. I don't trust those miscreants as far as I can throw them. Not after what we witnessed in the Isles.
So I should be nervous. That doesn't sound good.
Say, I need to wrap things up here. Canuck should be somewhere nearby. Can't keep track of that one. I'll catch up shortly.
Okay, so, Guild Wars 2, big world map, etc. They're talking about a bunch of little kind of gremlin people. Is it Alt? No, it's Shift. Okay, here we go. Yep, that's how I do it. So we got these little goblin people down here in Radisum. They're all just like super smart little evil gremlin guys. Oh. Mad scientist is really the more apt term. And we have a bunch of pirates and merchants who are talking about how they just kind of are not exactly going along with things. And because it's Inquest, they're all mad scientists. I'm sure we're going to wind up seeing just what exactly mad scientists will get up to. And hello, Aris. Welcome, welcome. Guild Wars 2 just dropped this new expansion pack today, and I've been itching to get around to playing. Oh, we have to go around. You know, it'd be kind of nice, you know, those doors would open, but alas, they don't want to deal with the internals. I love this game because the visuals are just beautiful. There's a lot of great scenery to it that I just can't help but love to take in. It's a big old... This, for example, is a big old city that has a lot of sea life as part of the themes of it. So if I zoom out here, you see like this part of this harbor where they have ships come in, load and unload is all clearly a giant lobster. Look, there's a giant starfish they have for like kind of a trading post for crafting. This area here is kind of looks like a manta. This is supposed to be like a giant jellyfish hanging out over the city. It's you can see it from the map, and if we get over that area, we can see it in person. The dock records. Is this going to be part of an achievement? Yes, it is. There were 5 unscheduled departures from Sanctum Harbor in the early morning hours on the day of the trade summit between Kentha and Ilona. I had my technicians intercept one of the ship's signals, and we determined that they were manned by 2 noble Inquest crews. The ships met with a small fleet of 3 additional vessels, each of a Suran origin, before the signals were blocked. If you have any information, please touch base with myself or Commodore Mariner. Signed, Captain Saida of the Captain's Council. Which is just a big old confirmation on what we saw. Is there anything else I need to know with this? Read the Lion's Arch record of the ship. Okay, nothing I gotta worry about. No little hidden achievements that I saw there immediately.
I heard you were skulking nearby. Did you also buy a seat on the Captain's Council?
Darling, does this look like the face of a man with a day job? No. I purchased myself a ship. I named her Martingale.
Oh, really?
Her anchor is dark steel. Her deck is covered in the finest elderwood. Ah, the smell. There are a number of splendors to be had from a good vessel. The vacations, the gambling opportunities, the business ventures. Or were you looking for my take on the whole Inquest debacle? I just wanted some fresh air. Talk to Lawson for that business.
Canuck is a character we've had a number of dealings with over the years, who for a number of years within this game has wound up basically wound up in a form of indentured servitude, who's just finally bought his way out of that and now has gotten freedom, to which he's now decided to take on the life of ship's captaincy. Although, maybe for his best efforts, he best not be a pirate. We'd hate to have him getting on the wrong side of the law again.
Welcome back to Lion's Arch, Commander.
You all caught up then?
Good to see you, Lawson. Saida filled me in on the inquest, and her new seat on the Captain's Council.
No one is more thrilled about the latter than Peter.
Oh.
As for the inquest, never been a fan. Pretty crooked lot. I did some digging after Saida came to me. Found records of them purchasing several ships from citizens in Lion's Arch, which is already odd for such an armed organization. Not sure what they need traditional vessels for, but this isn't a group we want to see mobilized, not at this scale. And I don't care how much coin the city took in from those sales.
I should touch base with Counselor Ludo. She might know something.
Ah, I met that one once. Sharp bite.
Okay, so the whole theme of this expansion is supposed to be going to like a tropical island. So I wonder, what do they need the more classic ships for? Is it purely to keep up appearances? Maybe it's a storage reason? Maybe these ships just have better cargo capacity?
Commander, not a call I would have hypothesized today.
Counselor, you wouldn't happen to know anything about the inquest purchasing ships in Lion's Arch, would you? They've taken a whole fleet south. I'm there now discussing it with a few captains from the Council.
Inquest. Purchasing ships. Those old, shriveled, bumbling... The budgeting committee is stingy, but funding's been atypically unforgiving. First, it was cuts to the colleges. Then little snips here and there. I wouldn't be surprised if someone was giving handouts to the inquest. Alchemy. I have a few ideas. Why don't you meet me in Ratasum? A member of the Arcane Council shouldn't get her hands dirty, but you can.
I'll be there soon.
So, the Asura, which are the basically little goblin people, they're all basically hyper intelligent people who have all these little colleges of inventions, and from that, it's all like the funding for your particular college, for your projects, for the advancements of what stands in for their religion of the eternal alchemy. All STEM. And with that, we have questions about the funding. Okay, so this is kind of interesting because we're getting to see a little touching into the cultures of these various peoples, which is, we've seen little bits and pieces kind of work in, but we haven't necessarily gotten a chance to really explore a ton of, especially as of late. So let me see.
Ludo wasn't aware. I'm headed to Ratasum to help her look into this.
I'll join you. I can tell her what Lawson and I found. Kanak, watch the ships.
Oh, ew.
I achieve things. I'm an achiever.
Some materia mastery. Not that I need it, but hey, I'll take the, I guess, spirit shard. So as it stands, and I guess I can show the city off a little bit, but there's a big nautical theme to it all. Oh, and Halloween is on, so mind the spookiness. But like this central pavilion place has like a giant jellyfish glass ceiling element to it that's a bit of a remarkable piece of beauty to the place. Everything has this element to it that adds a real beauty to the city. But let's see, we are. Oh, right, that's for the new stuff. Actually, I wonder. Alright. Okay. So, as I've I showed off this briefly. This is the map of kind of what we've seen, but it's actually a pretty extensive map. There's a lot of stuff out here where oh yeah, shift. All this out here where there's like absolutely nothing, but there's a lot of potential for expansions. Things like this are the maps we're on. If I zoom in, it's like, hey, here's a single building we can run around, go inside of. These are the little waypoints we can teleport to. But we go all around. Here's one expansion's maps that got introduced. Here's actually, it's really more like here was the last expansion's maps. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and plus a strike mission. So basically 5 maps full of material to explore, which I still haven't even fully fleshed out. And with that, they've added in these little pins in the corner, so I can go straight to the core expansion, the core game. I can go down here to the desert expansion maps. If I want to go in here and run around in the desert, and it's actually some beautiful scenery. If I want to go off to have jungle adventures, there we go. Then if we go way down here, here's all our Asian setting for Cantha. And the thing is, it's way out of the way. But I still don't know where this is going. So if I click this. Okay. So we are now, for this expansion, going across the sea to essentially a new continent that within the first Guild Wars we never went to. At least that I know of anyway. This is uncharted territory as far as I'm aware, that we've never really seen what lied beyond this area. Like here's the battle isles from the first Guild Wars. We've had all this stuff. It's been a whole. It's an opportunity to go into new places that we've never been. Now I could use my map and just kind of port over and show that, but no. We need to travel in style. We need to use the Stargate. So as you see, these are the Asura. They're like little goblin peoples. I keep referring to them.
We'll never get recruits. Council will hear about this. I have rights. Why am I arguing with a golem?
I've been delving into eternal alchemy theory.
I just need to know what formula to apply and how to account for the variables.
Have you no intellectual interest in anything beyond your current project?
Not remotely. Let the College of Statics find uses for my work.
As you can see, it is all just, they are just little kneecap-sized super geniuses. If they had all that intelligence of like Wile E. Coyote. Super genius. And they also maintain all these waypoints, these gates, that we use to travel around. Unscheduled departures. Councilor Ludo?
I appreciate your efficiency, Commander, and friend of Commander.
Captain Saida of the Captain's Council, at your disposal.
The Captain has some intel on our inquest situation. You can trust her.
The more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. What have you got?
I was tasked with observing the ley-infused jade filter trade between Cantha and Alona in Lion's Arch.
Right.
Early that morning, I witnessed 5 ships depart the bay, No record of where they were going. They were manned by Inquest. Joined a few other Inquest vessels a ways out. My tech tracked their signal before it was cut. Unfortunately, the trade vessels from Cantha and Alona arrived shortly after, so I had to pivot my attention.
Ah, excellent. Thank you for sharing, Captain. As I told the commander, things have been odd around here as well. I suspect their funding is coming from somewhere else in Ratasum. If they're seabound, then perhaps we can learn more from the dock workers. The Inquest vessels would have boarded right here.
As good a place to start as any. Let's go.
Question: dock workers and sailors. Do you have anything hidden? They like to drop little things like, oh, pick up lost dropped coins or other silly things like that. So you never quite know what to expect sometimes. Hey Aris, how's it going? What do you got?
I'm up to my ears in work. What do you need?
Notice anything any suspicious activity?
Don't make a scene.
Oh, now I gotta fight you.
Strong.
There's one to remember me by.
I mean, if you could just answer my question, but no. No, we had to do this the fun way. Oh, fishy. Ooh, I love the way that cloak's coming off. I guess I should briefly explain. A legendary weapon. The hammer gives me a metallic effect, so my armor all looks metallic, and also I can leave little pools of mercury. But when the weapon is stowed away, it goes away.
I don't have time for jibber jabber. Make it quick.
You know what the Inquest were doing here recently?
I tried to play nice.
Gaining adrenaline.
Again, if you just answer the questions, we wouldn't have all these problems. How about you, Dockmaster Pata?
I swear, if one more of these Buka tried to dock their vessels in a slip without the proper resignation, I'll quit.
Did any of those unregistered ships belong to the Quest by chance?
My pocket is heavy enough.
Yeah, thanks for nothing. Can I just... Yeah.
I've got a long list of repairs ahead of me. If you want yours done sooner, take it up with Pata.
Actually, I was wondering if you've seen anything unusual around here lately.
Things have been shady around here for sure. Someone stole my lunch 2 days in a row.
Oh. Yeah, thanks for that. Talk to these two. Nope.
I don't have to.
Okay, you say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm too busy for any of this. Talk to the Inquest if you have any questions for them.
Why do they always make this difficult? Okay, no. So clearly I'm not supposed to go this way, so that doesn't help me out. Let's try talking to you on the ship. Anything usual here lately?
Overseer's orders. Nothing personal.
Strong.
Again, if they just answer the questions, I wouldn't have to beat their brains in. Maybe next time they'll think more sensibly. What are you hiding over here?
Got enough on my plate today, buddy. Try someone with more time to spare.
Oh, it's never gonna be easy, is it?
careful now.
Of course, makes. So they are inquest, but the question is, why are they being so secretive on this? Like, they're willing to kill me to keep the secret quiet. You know, I bet if I just go talk to the captain here, I might just get some direct answers. Captain Ukavi. Hi, Dave, isn't it? Feel good to be back in the port again?
I guess it's been a little quiet around here. Usually a lot more bickering.
Or maybe we just fill up the progress bar.
Sorry, I was on a repair assignment in another sector for the last month. Don't think I'm much help.
Not especially concrete, but validating. I suppose we could head to the Port Authority database. Might need to use a little elbow grease, but if we can access the port's terminal, we can leverage their operations log. They should have information on all recent departure activity, along with the appropriate authorizations. We love paperwork in Radasum. The gates simply won't disengage unless you've submitted your paperwork.
Aha. Bureaucracy. When it works in your benefit, it really benefits. Why do you have a gun? Like, you're just hanging out in the port with a gun out. It's a little concerning.
Code access. Intruders.
Intruder? Ma'am, I am Arcane Council. You can stand down. Commander, you have my full permission to end this swiftly. I shouldn't engage.
Okay.
Almost ready.
Again. Just give me the information I want, and you don't have to meet the hammer.
Further confirmation that we're looking in the right place, I'd say.
Note to self, I should probably remember this about
All
port.
right. Let me enter my verification code. What? I have an A2 security clearance. Oh, someone must have manually blocked my identification. Ugh. We'll need a physical access card. Look around. Maybe one of the workers set theirs down.
Nope. There we go.
Oh, okay, there we go. I'd like a list of every record recently accessed. I've compiled a list of all recently accessed files, starting with the file 9B-29001H, which I will summarize 9B-29001H. A new Inquest leader has been named, and Inquest productivity has increased. Okay, that's, interesting.
It's been an eventful year for the Inquest. It's sad that they're relevant at all these days. But their unorthodox approach to research still garners support in Radasum. Some, at least.
The Inquest are basically mad scientists who will go to those unorthodox levels of research. They're willing to do science without any sort of safety barriers in place. Here's a summary of the file of 2903T. A storage facility containing Zin's research was recovered from that random... Oh. See, that had to do back with Oh, jeez. When we were in Draconismon, okay, this is... Ooh. This is going back into the history. Arcane Council is investigating.
Ah, I almost forgot about that incident. Happened when you were in Janthier, Commander. I don't imagine someone like Zinn would be pleased with the Inquest misusing his research.
9B 6702G, 670, file 9B, looks like they're deleting them.
Encrypted. We'll have to go deeper. Commander, the honors?
I'm a hack it. Oh. Yellow, blue, yellow. Red. Yellow, blue, yellow, red. Blue, blue, red, blue, 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 red, blue. Red, yellow, yellow, blue, red, yellow, yellow, blue. Blue, red, blue, yellow. Blue, red, blue, yellow. So what happened next? Inquests have been approved for departure. Okay, so then I'm guessing they must have gone and gotten ships that weren't part of Ratatsoon, so they didn't have to play by the same rules.
Ah, here we go.
Looks like the destination was corrupted.
As was the authoriser's identity. Convenient. The evidence continues to stack. It's all coming together now, for better or worse.
(9B-0517F). There's a dock work order for Port Authority Operations Team to redirect rations from Dock 03, the Tyrian Alliance vessels, to Dock 07. Oh.
Buka, I'm supposed to approve or deny all Alliance operations in Ratasum. Keep looking.
Any files on who sent that order? Certainly. File 9B-0517F is redirected to file 9B-0516F. Allow me to summarize. 516F. Counselor Yak formally requested that rations be redirected from the Tyrian Alliance to the Inquest.
Yak, of course. Why anyone ever supported Inquest being on the Arcane Council, I'll never understand.
Anything else? 9C-0204L. High Counselor Flack has ordered an audit of all Port Authority terminal records. Special verification may be needed to access records during the audit.
The High Counselor, too? Flax, I thought we were above this now. Okay. If Flax is involved somehow, then things are likely more dire than I expected. Officially, I don't condone breaking into the Counselor's office. Unofficially, your options are limited.
The pirate's hard in this one.
We can take a portal downstairs. It'll get us close to the High Counselor's laboratory. We'll strategize from there.
We'll strategize from there.
Oh, shame. We can't... Looks like following the rules isn't getting us anywhere. Whatever will we do? Why is this part of the map? I feel like there's something, could be something over here that I should probably make note of. An item to pick up or something. I don't see it.
Please state the nature of your emergency.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just reading into Maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions. I once witnessed a man being swallowed whole by a shark, and I'm not referring to a person of small stature such as myself. The victim was a full-grown Norn. Was he alright? Fortunately, the Norn reputation of aggressive intrepidity is not always an exaggeration. He caused such a ruckus that the shark spit him right out.
Everything has a place in the
I know
eternal
they're heavy.
alchemy.
Look, if you've got a question about gene technique. What sort of cargo these ships have? They bring everything we can't or don't bother to create here in Radasum, natural resources and foreign goods. Some of them even bring product from your homeland. And it is true that you let pirates dock here? Yes, it's practical, so long as they behave themselves. It's not our business what they do elsewhere. They bring gold and goods. It's a win-win arrangement. Ain't that the truth of it? Look, they may be criminals elsewhere, but as long as they follow our rules, that's all that matters to us.
His lab is just ahead, but this is as far as I can go. If I were to get caught, that'd be a whole other can of worms. This time of day, the old fart's probably in there with his personal crew. Security will be aggressive. Though they're certainly not letting you in like that. Far too tall. Huh. I'll put a glamour on you. Make you look like one of his crew. Let me know when you're ready, Commander.
Probably best if I stay behind too. One person is less conspicuous.
Alright.
There. Be quick.
Okay, this Ludo's glamorous spell. I'm just your common everyday Asura running around with multiple legendary weapons on him.
Halt! Oh, you here for the crew change? Hurry up. The High Counselor isn't feeling patient today.
These numbers are substandard. I'm trying to fortify our data collection, not expose it to our competitors.
Yes, sir. We're trying. The waypoint frequencies have never been the most secure, and Cantha...
Cantha? Don't mention Cantha in here. I refuse to compare our legacy of excellence to their gimcrack infrastructure.
Need to get him out of that office.
What do we got here? The new tech from Counselor Zudo's crew? I didn't think you were slated to start until for another week. Yeah, no, it's totally me. As soon as we're done with the cycle, I'll give you a tour. It might take a bit, but try not to bother anyone, especially she's angling for a transfer and can't afford to be distracted. Let's go talk to Zeba. Working with a very delicate tech. It's delicate. Now go away. All the alignments will be rapid desync, and flags would have both our heads. Just stop distracting me.
No! I wasn't paying attention.
Why has the flux correlator halted data organization? Zeba, a word? So,
Intruder detected.
what happened here?
Come
I
on.
don't know. It was going fine until...
Everyone, stop what you're doing. We are going to stand here and watch her fix it.
Alright, so I'm gonna make sure that Yeah, give Sibyl a praise.
Good to know Ludo isn't alone in all of this.
I demand
can't
any
imagine all of
information
Radisson
audit
aligning
of our
with the
database.
inquest.
Must I remind you this is my jurisdiction? What is that for? Okay, this is from Flax. From Director Luzzi. Produces their council.
Castora? This must be where they're headed.
Journal. There are
I wonder what
handfuls
else Zinn knew.
Based on various maps and documents that have been lines arch, I believe I've identified the correct landmass. It's the far to the southwest, further than most sailors have traveled. This aligns with the various statements I found throughout the source text. 2. It would be a deeply complex journey, while I suspect that it's about equal distance traveling from the Tyrian mainland to the Canton continent. That stretch of ocean is highly treacherous. Most sailors I have consulted with have urged me to proceed with immense caution, if not drop the aspiration entirely. Not only did many refute the existence of such a place, but the general consensus is that modern vessels may not be enough to make it there intact. 3. Based upon some of Lanusso's accounts, I am not entirely sure what to expect in terms of danger. There are hundreds of sketches of creatures I've never seen, and references to incomprehensible magic. Wait, let me do this rest this in the Asura voice.
I dream that any researcher, explorer, or innovator, but perhaps more than I can concur when the rest of the continent is focused on the rise of the White Mantle. 4. But I cannot ignore the possibility of what I may find on that island. While I can only guess based on the desperate musings of a now-deceased lab specimen, the picture has been painted for me as one of intrigue and existential revelation. Imagine Radinovus, which is already a spectacle of innovation, but better. No restrictions, limitless power.
Ludo's going to hate this.
Arcane Council meetings, notes taken by Fun's Golem Secretary, quorum has been reached, with 2 members of the Council absent, Councilor Ludos and Lides Arch on behalf of the Tyrian Alliance, and the Councilor Canny is guiding an ecological research study in Cantha. Catering has been provided by Chef Praz. A petition was proposed from Councilor Funt to change the time of Arcane Council meetings to Canton Standard Time, so that he does not have to disrupt his daily tea ceremony. The petition will be taken into consideration. Councilor Varric has volunteered to read a letter from Councilor Ludo. She says that the Captain's Council will be hosting a summit between the nations of Cantha and Alona within 2 weeks today in Alliance Arch. Cantha will be demonstrating the new ley-infused jade filters, and Councilor Ludo has suggested that the council send watch. Councilor Yak dismissed the notion, expressing concern over wasting resources. Councilor Funt has seconded Yak's concerns. Councilor Zudo dissented, but was quickly dismissed by High Councilor Flack. High Councilor Flack has pivoted and issues a formal complaint about the catering, noting that blueberry tarts are, quote, dry and unsatisfying, unquote. Councilors Blinked and Yak agree. Okay, it is dry, meaning no. That ooze custard, however, is superb. Formal complaints against blueberry tarts. Once again brought up on a petition, college's additional access to funding following recent budget cuts. She claimed that both research crews have been expressed concern about funding may need to halt progression. Flack asked to delay discussing the petition, citing a lack of preparedness, but suggests that each of these crews submit requests for funding so they can be assessed individually. The suggestion satisfied Councilor Ludo. Since Ludo is in Line's Arch for another week at minimum, Yak volunteered to oversee the rations and supplies they are being prepared for the Tyrian Alliance. Black approved. 2 councilors discussed a play date between their true progeny. Nothing came of it after both agreed that the children be tested on another ideological grounds. The meeting was adjourned when High Councilor Flack received urgent note to return to the usability station. The Arcane Council will reconvene when Councilors Ludo and Canny return from business outside Radisson.
Well, this confirms Flax's involvement. The High Counselor working with the inquest behind closed doors. Well, that confirms it. Time to get out of here.
And watch, of course, we sneak out without anyone having noticed us.
I'm so sorry. Oh, God, let me try again.
I have all day.
Oh, that was actually easy. Da 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 da. Wait. Okay. I'm scouting this. Oh. There's a little bit of achievement hunting for stuff that I might have to do in the future.
Flax is in on the whole thing. Coordinated with Inquest leadership to raid Zin's storage facility for data. They're headed to an island called Castora, searching for something. But they were smart enough not to write it down.
Damn it!
Castora, huh? I've heard the name. A seafarer's fable. It's an island to the far southwest. A couple weeks' journey, at minimum. Not approachable, best I know. I haven't heard of anyone going and leaving. But that explains why they needed ships. Too far for airship capability, and I didn't think it was even possible by sea. That's a very dangerous stretch of ocean. But such a journey could put my name next to Margaret's. I could surpass her glory, even. I can try to get you there, Commander, if we think it's a good idea. If the Inquest think they can reach the island, I bet we can too.
Calm, Captain. I'll confirm with the Alliance for the sake of protocol, but as a counselor of Radasum, I'll encourage it. As for the Arcane Council...
I do not envy your status, Ludo.
Neither do I.
Castora is the sort of place that you hear stories about, but question its existence. This is a once-in-a-lifetime voyage. It's appeared on our maps under a few names, and you can see it if you stray far enough from the route to Cantha. I'm sure people have tried to land, but since we never heard those stories, they likely never made it back. But it's a strange choice for the Inquest. We don't know what's there, though perhaps they do now.
We better catch up with them.
I'm going to touch base with my sister next. She's been overseeing some changes to the dynamics curriculum. Hard to book. But if Flax and Yak are moving in shadow, I need to make sure the rest of the Arcane Council is ready to take action.
And with that, I believe we are done here. Oh, that is so many people. To the point where actually starting to lag a bit. But you know what? Volatile my magic while riding Skyscale and Dragonfall. Oh, right, I gotta get back to those. But that is... You know what, actually, since I got minutes, it's time to change something. Oh, look at him! Alright, Skyscale, here's the default skin. It's alright, but, I mean, you also get him, like, souped up. You got a nice big old, like, muscle boy. My favorite's still the plush. It's got such a great texture to it. All that little extra detail. Plus, look at the way the ears, the horns move around. Maybe we want to have something a little more majestic. Yes, they were cash shop skins, but I couldn't help myself. They look too pretty. And there's been lots of them that I've wound up not picking up. I can't help it. Oh my gosh, look at it, the big moth. Where's some of these other ones? It's alright. Yeah, I don't like how pointy the chin is. Lunar Man Skyscale. they've been quite busy with their mounts. So if I wanted to like have this derpy guy, I could. I want to have some interest. Oh my god, look at it. Branded, so we could have be all spiky and. Do they have the? They all have that, or yes? Oh, I guess they actually do have all have that little neck piece. The collar. It just changes from one to one. Ooh. Cantha Menagerie.
You dynamics people are
Okay, I might have to keep an eye on that one.
attach it to a golem, you blow it up.
Although I kind of wish they would do something silly, like give him a little jaunty pirate hat or something. I mean, I like the variety of them.
Perhaps you remember a little event called the Great Exodus?
Yeah, there's the occasional reskin.
A statics crew that unearthed the destroyer nest in the first place?
But they aren't all. But I like the fact that it gives you the ability to skin them up, change what they look like. I absolutely love the sand jackal. It's just default. I love the way this one moves around, especially when we get like a big old Shiva. I mean, look at him. He's adorable. They've changed him up, but it's still fundamentally the same mount. It has the same ability. What was that? Deep Sea. Starburst. Oh, it's a Foxy. I just want to have little snow days. You know what? Maybe I don't want to roll around like that. Maybe I'll just... It's like, well, Castro, why do you want to use this mount? It's so slow. Well, is it? Let me get to it straight away. Because this, sir, is pod racing.
Did you know the gateway?
No! What is that idiot doing over there?
You know, it is going on 10. I should probably call it. I gotta be up at like... Oh, fucking hell. 4. Yep, it's called it. Thank you to everyone who decided to stop on out. And, humor me with a little bit of, game time. I mean, I'd be sitting here playing it anyway, so... If you want to come on out and hang out, let me know. So, guys, until later, take care, alright? Bye-bye.